I was in Minnesota actually on a trip one time, meeting with a client. And I remember sitting in front of this family, right? And they were lower income. So the way that this would work is people would listen to Dave Ramsey's radio show. He would say, hey, you need to meet with an endorsed local provider for investing to take care of your finances. And so they would reach out on the website. I would get their contact data. I would come see them. Right? I would physically drive to their house. Okay. I lived in Alaska. I moved to Minnesota because that's where my first territory was. So I moved to Minnesota for about a year. And I remember I drove out to this person's house. It was probably an hour drive. I invested time to get out to their house and come see them to help them with their finances. And I remember sitting down with them and saying, okay, you guys need a budget. Okay. This was the first thing I started with. You guys need a budget, right? You need a budget so you can start saving more. And they were literally like, it was a very crappy house, like very low income, kind of how I grew up. And their kid was eating this 99-cent Totino's pizza from Walmart. And I remember them sitting there saying how they couldn't afford it and they needed to have, like all of their problems solved before they could start working on their finances. And I was sitting there realizing you guys are killing your kid. In front of me, you're feeding him processed flour with fake meat. And you're telling me that you don't have money to change that. You don't have you've got to solve all your problems first. This is a 2 or 3 year old kid. He shouldn't be eating that shit. That's how you get sick. That's how you make your body in a worsened condition. Right. And I remember leaving that meeting realizing these people don't need a budget change. They need more income and they need a mindset change. Okay. Like we hear a lot of stuff about money and a lot of those things we hear aren't actually true. When you actually identify the reality of what's being said, look at where it came from. Does it apply? Like, what are some of the things we hear about money? We hear things like money can't solve your problems. It most definitely can. You name one problem I can't solve without money. Right? Even like, let's say it's a relationship problem. Hire a marriage counselor. That costs you money. Right? A health problem. Hire a doctor. That costs you money. Business problem, hire better employees. That costs you money. Like everything is going to require that. So we have to get rid of this. Okay, money is not everything. It can't make you happy. It can't do this. It can't do that. And we need to start looking at the things it can do. Right? Like that's like me having this great espresso here and saying, oh, this cup can't massage my back. No one ever said it could. That's not the purpose of the cup, right? The purpose of the cup is to hold the espresso so I can have a sip of it, right? So I shouldn't invalidate the tool because of the fact that it doesn't do things it was never intended to do. Okay, so what does money do? Money makes you more of what you already are. It's an amplifier. It's amoral. It's inanimate. So if I take a good person and I give them good amounts of money, they're going to do good things with it. Okay, that's my mission and goal in life is I want to find the good people. I want to find you guys on this webinar. I want you to be my friends. You're good people. I want to help you get more money because I know you're going to do good things with it. You're going to help, you're going to give, you're going to build, you're going to contribute, you're going to make the world a better place because that's what money does. It's a resource, right? No different than in the medieval ages. Those that had the land had the resources. Timber can build houses. No one ever said timber is the root of all evil, right? So what is it that's actually happening here? Like when you look at money and you look at evil, well, that means that the son of a gun was evil before he ever had money. If you give money to someone and they start doing bad things with it, it's because you gave an inanimate object, right? An amoral resource to somebody that is animated and does have morals, and they made bad decisions because you empowered them to do so. Okay, now I'd like to go ahead and point out that's the condition of the world already. The wrong people have the money. Okay, like you can go through, whatever news channel you want to. They're going to talk about someone that has money that's doing some bad stuff. Whether it's a politician, whether it's a billionaire, whether it's, some kind of, influencer, it doesn't matter. You're going to find somebody that has money, they have means, and they're a terrible person, and they're using that resource to further their terrible ends. Now, I can talk about it, I can whine about it, I can complain about it, or I can say, I'm going to go get in the game. I'm a good person. I deserve to have money because I'm going to make good decisions. And it's not going to be like, we're not going to have one billionaire person that's like going through and changing all this. It needs to be all of us. If all of us can become financially independent and we can get the means, we can turn the tides. We can literally make a reverse on the way the world goes right now, because the money is where the influence comes from. Okay, without it, it's just an idea. Ideas can't happen without funding and resources, right? So my message to you today, and I know this has been a bit of a rant, I'm going to do a couple of housekeeping items in a second here. My message to you today is get as much money as you can and do awesome things with it. Give, build the business, contribute, save for your kids, build your own bank, lend money to someone so they don't have to go to JP Morgan and do it.
Hey, thanks so much for watching my channel. My name is Jerry Fetta. I'm the owner, founder, and CEO of Wealth Dynamics. So if this channel helped you, if the content helped you, I would like to ask you to help me back by clicking the subscribe button. Comment, like the video, share it with someone that could benefit from the information. I also want to invite you to get a free copy of my book, Blueprint to Financial Freedom. If you go to jerryfetta.com/B2F promo, you can grab a free copy there. You can also just click the link down in the description. And I hope to see you back on the channel again soon.